So the last things we'll do in Fusion before outputting to our laser machine is we'll create components from the bodies. So to create the components, you can use the Shift key to select all the bodies, right-click, create components from bodies. Now, if we want to take the time to, we can go back in and rename each of these. But for an item that's this small, I don't really think it's necessary. You can also add a physical material. So I've selected pine from the wood library. You have a multitude of materials to select from. And if you drag this over and drop it onto various components, it'll switch the material. Not totally necessary, but it helps us kind of visualize what the box is going to look like. It also, if we're using it for engineering purposes, we can see what the material properties are, do stress analysis. But for now, it just helps us aesthetically. So we'll go ahead and create a new drawing by going over to workspaces. We use the drawing workspace from design. And I find it's best to select the largest drawing size platform. And we'll do OK. Drop that in. I also find it's best to remove any extraneous information like dimensions or the drawing template. And we are going to want to be full scale for this, so we don't have to modify it later. Okay. And we'll come over here to the sheet settings, turn off all that extra info. So now with Fusion, we need to deselect everything that we don't want to see or that we're not going to use. We're trying to get just to the base part so that when we output it to the laser, it's going to cut out. It's going to cut out that part. So to continue on, go back and select a new base view. And this time we'll do a left-hand side view. Make sure it's full scale. Drop it in place. Okay. And we need to deselect the components we're not going to use. Escape. Continue doing this for all the components. Full scale. Drop it in place. Okay. Deselect. I want that side, so I'm going to drop that in place. We're down to, I don't need to drop in two of the repetitive components because we can copy and paste in Adobe Illustrator. It's a little bit faster. So I need the center, the handle. You can minimize these previously done windows so we can see everything better. We have the handle, and now we're just lacking the bottom part. So one last part. And we want the top view, full scale. Drop it in place. Okay. Deselect the unwanted views. So now we have a 2D representation of all of the individual part profiles that will make up this tool toe. We can double check that we have everything. So I have the side, another side, handle, internal partition, bottom, and good to go. Now I'll output as a PDF. And I find it works best to keep the line weights. And it also works best if we do current sheets. If we have multiple sheets, it makes for a cleaner print. We'll drop it into our download file. Save. So now we're ready to move on to Adobe Illustrator to prep these profiles to be cut on the laser. That concludes the Fusion 360.